got a bit of a strange one today, guys. So I was commissioned to do Absorbing Man, but just not any old Absorbing Man. This is Absorbing Man from the Immortal Hulk comic, where he literally got punched in half, and then he's like this weird ripped apart, red, powered up version of Absorbing Man, but with his guts hanging out and his spine and his head. It's a real kind of out there design, but I was all for it because it's just so different, and I never really get to do these type of things. So I gave him the old Toy Biz ball and chain, you know, back from the Hulk classics. That was a while ago. The customer obviously needed a hand to hold the ball and chain, so he has one interchangeable hand and has the functionality, and you can see that it articulates, and you can pop them in and out, and you won't have any issues with any kind of paint rub. Now, the base body of this custom is several parts. So it is a AOA Sabertooth cut in half. The spine is created from a fair few Marvel Legends leg pegs and then dremeled and reshaped so it still has articulation. And then the lower half is from a cable, Marvel Legends. So yeah, a few different parts, and then I mashed them all together and made everything fit and make it look how it needed to look. With paint details, this was from an era where I like to do ultra detail with lots of washes, lots of like refined paint applications to make it look the way that it needs to look. Ultra gruesome, ultra realistic in a certain sense. Definitely not like my newer stuff. My newer stuff is very clean and sharp and minimalistic when it comes to paint applications. I try to keep it almost like a factory paint job, whereas this is almost like a statue that you would buy, but with all the articulation points that function and work correctly how they should with all custom action figures. You shouldn't run into any issues when it comes to custom action figures if you buy and purchase these things from the correct people. But all it is just refining the product. It's about creating the product to a standard that is customer friendly. With this, you can even see that the blood entrails are flexible, where you can articulate these things to a point where you can get it in all these different poses, you know, because at the end of the day, like I've said time and time again, like a broken record, action figures should articulate, customs should articulate. It shouldn't have issues when it comes to the articulation segment, so yeah. Now I think I made this custom on the back end of 2022, around, I think it was around November-ish. So he's a little bit older than some of the other customs, but still fairly new in terms of YouTube, that's for sure. Gosh, I'm so far behind on these YouTube videos, it's not even funny. But I remember having a blast with this one. You can even see in some of the paint applications that I just noticed there, I remember putting pinkish highlights in just to add a little bit of more contrast. You know, you've got the darker and then you got the lighter, you know, just a little bit of flair to make it look even more detailed, which is nice. I love these type of commissions. I don't get them very often. I'm very pigeonholed. I've mentioned this in the past, where symbiote seeker, so therefore he does symbiotes. And don't get me wrong, I feel like I excel at those type of designs. But every now and again, going off the beaten track and doing these more out there designs, yeah, it's wonderful, man. I really love it. That's all I've got for today. So I just want to say a massive thank you to the Patreons. Really appreciate it, guys. As always, the love and support is phenomenal. I couldn't do this or continue to do this in terms of custom action figures. You know, the times are getting tough. Price tags on these things are getting ridiculous. The price of living is getting beyond affordable. So thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys, and I'll catch everyone on the next one.